Hi everyone, so I'm back with week 29, so this is the wedding week, so this is the 14th of July until the 20th. So I'm not actually going to include that much about the actual wedding day because I will be doing a full wedding album, so I didn't need to sort of overload these two layouts with all the wedding photos. These are everything around the wedding. There will obviously be some bits and pieces. I'm intending on putting like a 8x12 photo or two of them in the middle of these layouts of us on our wedding day, but that'll probably be it. Everything else will be in my wedding album. So these are everything else that happened pretty much every other day apart from Thursday. So I'm using this box of stuff. So this is all the stuff that I used for my wedding prep album. So this box sort of lived on my desk for 18 months and it's just got all the bits and pieces that I sort of collected here and there for the wedding prep album. There was all my wedding simple stories, Echo Park, all that stuff in there, but there was also stuff from my stash, wood veneers, random stickers, alpha stickers, all them sort of things. So I just kept the box out rather than putting it all away because I knew I was going to put a week together in my project life, obviously for week 29, and I was going to do it wedding orientated. So I've kept it out so I could do this week. And so everything is just a bit of everything. It's not a set collection. It's just everything that was in this box. There is some scrapbook.com cards, there's some Echo Park cards, and then the stickers, they're from the range, they're from Hobbycraft, they're from everything. So I obviously didn't use everything in this box, there's loads of stuff left, but I made a dent in them at least. So the first photo is actually a picture of Joe and I setting off. We went down on the Sunday, but we stayed halfway because it takes around... It says it takes 4.5 hours on Google Maps, but it doesn't. It takes around 6 to 7 hours with traffic and everything like that. So with Joe driving, we just thought it would be quite nice to stay overnight. It was in no sort of rush. And also England were playing in the Euros final on the Sunday evening as well. So we timed our trip so that we could be at the hotel for 7 o'clock so that Joe could watch the final. So we got everything in the car on Sunday and we set off. Apart from that, obviously I was getting the house ready and all that sort of stuff for us to go away for a week, but I also got my nails done. So that is what that photo down in the middle section is going to be, and they're my nails that I had for the wedding. I had like a pearlescent white, which was really nice. So it wasn't like a complete bright white, it was slightly shiny and pearlescent. So that, I really, really loved them. So I got my hands and my feet done for the wedding on the Sunday, and then as I said, we packed everything up, got in the car and set off. So as I said, I'm going to use this washi tape that I've used throughout my wedding prep album as well. It's just like a foil pink one, which is quite nice, metallic sort of pink. And I'm just using like little glitter hearts. I have the Simple Stories Vintage My Valentine, I think it's called, collection, just bits and pieces from that, but I do have the sticker book. So there was these cute little quotes that I've used quite a few of, but I'm just dotting them about on the layout with that. And then the third photo is a picture of us in the hotel room, just in our pyjamas watching the football. And we had some Haribo as well, so we were just sort of chilling. We actually ended up getting everything out of the car to put in the hotel room for the night because I was stressing that it doesn't really happen here, but, not that I know of, it could do. But I didn't want any of our stuff getting stolen in the car. Not that it's of any worth, obviously they were just bits and pieces, obviously our suitcases and things, but like the decoration for the wedding, it wasn't overly expensive. It was just the idea, the fact that it could disappear on me a week before the wedding, and actually, I just didn't want that faff. So I thought, right, I'm getting everything out of the car. I don't know why people would want a wedding post box with our names on or anything like that, but the thoughts got to me in the end, and I was like, right, I'm bringing everything in. So we brought everything in. The poor hotel staff probably like, what on earth are they doing? But it was just peace of mind. So we brought it all in, and then we sat down and watched the football and just sort of chilled really. And so we just sort of made the most of staying over. We only stayed at a Premier Inn. It wasn't anywhere fancy, but it was nice, and it was quiet, and we had a nice room. So it was just a nice little stopover. It just meant that we could get up and freely sort of drive the next day and avoid rush hour or everything like that. So I am going to use that scrapbook.com card that says Our Wedding. I used a lot of those in my wedding prep album, but there was quite a few 6x4s left over actually. So I'm going to use that as my title card. And then the two other cards in the middle row, they're all Echo Park, the wedding collection that came out a few years ago. I still have a few of those cards, just the 3x4s. I pretty much used up the Simple Stories collection that I had from the wedding, and not much of the photo play actually at all, but I used up a lot of the scrapbook.com and the Simple Stories. But then I have 2 more weddings this year, so I have a few more opportunities to be able to use my wedding stuff that sort of it just got random little bits left over, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm just going to use those 2 cards. They're just sort of matched. It's quite sort of white, this layout. And then when we were down south, as I said, we stayed with my parents for a few nights, and you've probably seen this in my wedding prep album if you've watched that. But we actually started to show our parents and all that stuff that we've sort of accumulated for the wedding and things. And we showed them these sunglasses. And so we had to get a photo. And I absolutely love it. I just think it's one of the best photos we've had as a family. And I'll always sort of cherish it. It just makes me laugh with everyone with all our sunglasses on. So it's my mum and dad and my sister with me and Joe with our sunglasses. So I wanted to include that as well because I do really like that photo. A few, obviously, as I said, these photos have appeared in my wedding prep album, but that doesn't worry me. These are just my favourites, really, of the week. So that's going to go in that one. And I'm just going to use this card that says Love You Forever, but there's space for journaling on the side. So that's where I'm going to write a little bit about what we did the first part of the week. We actually had a really, really lovely week. Apart from obviously the wedding, we did loads of stuff and we just saw a load of people, and it was just, the weather was lovely, and I just, couldn't have wished for a better wedding week, really. I was a bit nervous about getting married in July because the weather here in the UK can be notoriously bad. As soon as the kids break up from school, the weather just turns awful. It's normally quite warm, but it's just drizzly or grey, or it just rains. So we've had a really good July so far, actually. So it's been really nice. So I'm just so happy that the weather was good. Especially for all my northern friends and family coming down south, assuming that the weather was going to be good, and it was good. I'm just happy that it was a good week and we didn't have any issues. So had a really, really, really lovely time, and it's a bit sad that it's all over, but on to new adventures and all that sort of stuff now. But it's just something that I can really look back on, and it makes me smile. So I loved everything about it, but it just seems like a distant memory now. When I'm looking back at these photos, I think, wow, that seems like a different time. And I remember thinking at that time, all this will be over in a week's time, and it really has gone. So just make the most of it, definitely. If anyone else is getting married out there, when people tell you it goes quick, it goes quick. Like, I can't believe how much planning and organisation goes into the day, and then it's over with. It's mad, but we've still got loads of things to look forward to. There was loads of stuff I was actually looking forward to. This sounds awful, more so than the wedding. Like, I'm really excited to go and see Adele. I'm really excited for our first abroad holiday since April, and I'm very, very, very excited for Japan. So I can't say that my year's sort of done and dusted now, because I've just got so many things I'm looking forward to. Plus, we might be moving house. As I said, that doesn't excite me as much because I just think of all the stress and the planning and stuff. But it is another little adventure that I can sort of get myself into. I do like to be busy. I do stress myself out probably a bit too much because I give myself too much to do. But I can't stand sitting around and doing nothing. So I'm always doing something. Just enjoying life as much as I possibly can. So I hope you've enjoyed this part, and I'll be back shortly. Thank you very much. Bye.